I want to move on, and I want to mark out to somebody. Matter of fact,
let's do it.
I want to mark out to you.
Whoa.
For the UFC Fantasy.
Oh, yes, sir.
Let's talk about that.
It was exciting, man. I've like every time I get up on these fantasy things, I'm up there, man.
Well, what's your ranking right now?
I believe it's 144 out of 17,000 people.
That's outstanding.
It's not bad. I mean, I want to get up into the small, I want to get up underneath the hundreds. My goal is to get underneath the hundreds.
Well, I mean, just to get that close, I think that's a great accomplishment.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not really sure what I'm dealing with as fans and how many people are up there who are really good. But at the same time, my goal is to get underneath 100.
That's why I want to mark out a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I've only lost 2 fights in the whole card in this last pay-per-view, and I was excited. I mean, the problem I'm having right now is just some of these little undercard fights that they're kind of I'm getting very frustrated with them because they're not putting up the fights that I thought they were going to do.
So, which brings me to this, okay? Tomorrow on Spy TV, they're going to have the Ultimate Fighter conclusion.
Finale.
Yes. And this card is great.
It's very great, but the problem I'm having with this fantasy picks is because this is the very first season of the Ultimate Fighter I have never even watched. I have watched every season, but I was not excited about this U.S.-Great Britain feud. I thought it was just made up just to get Dan Henderson versus Bisping, which is a good fight. I think it's going to be an excellent fight, but I just thought the whole show was based on that and was just fake. It just seemed fake. I understand Bisping is trying to bring some of his fellow mates to come down to the States and fight, but I thought this was a very horrible put-together show for the Ultimate Fighter, and I'm just not excited about it. I didn't watch anything. I think I only watched the first 5 minutes of episode 1. That's it.
Okay, so this is where I'm getting at, okay?
Okay.
You're outstanding, and it's documented. You can go and check out, do you have some kind of ID, or how can you check your stands?
You can't. Well, you can. I just don't know. I don't know how to find it. You can go on the fantasy thing, and you can look up the names.
Okay, okay, well, never mind that. Okay, look, this is what I'm trying to get at, okay? If anybody is a big UFC fan, and they're looking to put a little bit of coin on the match.
I know I made some good money.
I promise you. Listen to Ray. This is going to be Ray's segment, which is Ray's picks. Okay, UFC fights. If it's UFC, if it's WWE, if it's TNA, this man knows what he's talking about. And if you're feeling a little bit of froggy and you want to jump, put a little pretty coin, a little pretty penny on the match. Listen to my boy Ray.
Yes, sir. But don't bet your house on it, because anything can happen in this sport.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay,
I've already had some shockers on my cards.
And I'm not talking about what round. If you want to be safe, okay, and if you want to just go straight up,
it's safe to pick the winners.
Yeah, just pick the winners, right? But if you really, really are feeling a little frisky, maybe you might want to listen.
You can win some big money if you can go all the way through it.
And I'm talking about rounds, and I'm talking about how TKO, KO, decision, undecision. It doesn't matter. But if you want to just go ahead, I think it's a sure bet, let's talk about UFC 99, okay? Out of the whole card, you only got 2 wrong.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else was a winner.
Yes, sir.
So, again, if you're a betting man, if you want to put a little pretty coin on it, I think you're going to want to listen to this. Okay, so.
Well, that's on you, man. I'm just going to pick my winners. I do my thing.
I'm going to pass this on.
If you guys agree, you do your thing. I'm not forcing you to do anything. You just do your thing.
I'm going to pass this on.
I got a card here. We got the main event. Diego Sanchez versus Clay Guida. It's going to be a very exciting fight. Clay Guida does not stop. He's a machine. He is what Diego Sanchez was when he first came into the UFC. Diego Sanchez has slowed down a lot because of his new training techniques and all this and that, and I blame it all on De La Hoya when he started boxing with De La Hoya. But I'm going to personally pick Diego Sanchez by decision. It's not going to be a knockout. It's not going to be a tap out. I don't think Clay Guida is going to come out with any submissions in this match. If there will be a submission beyond Diego Sanchez, it'll probably be in the 3rd round. But I'm going to go Diego Sanchez decision on this. Very, very fast-paced, very tough fight.
I'm going to agree 100% on this one. I am going to go with the Nightmare.
But you can also take money and just flip a coin, because regardless, this is the kind of match that can go either way. These two guys are just the top, man. These guys are what you want to see on big pay-per-views, not on these fight nights. They save them for fight nights to get the ratings, but These are the guys you want to see on a big show, well, Rampage and all of them.
Well, your history, and it's documented, you're on a roll. You're on fire, man.
I'm going to go Diego Sanchez. Decision. He needs to win. He needs to get back in the spotlight. He needs to hit the major shows. Clay Guida's already been there, done that, and he's got enough time in his career where he can keep fighting and get another title shot. But right now, it's Diego Sanchez's time. He needs this win more than anybody.
I agree, but I think it's going to be more of a punishment from Diego.
Yeah, because, I mean, Clay Guida is like a damn, double-sided tape, man. He's going to stick on you. You're going to get pinned up against the cage. He ain't going to let you move, man. The problem is Diego Sanchez is the stronger of the two.
Yeah.
He's got the pound puncher and all that. You got Chris Lytle versus Kevin Burns. Kevin Burns is very exciting, very strong. I've always been a Chris Lytle fan. Chris Lytle doesn't stop, stands up in your face, likes to bang. Pretty good defensive-wise when it comes to getting the ground. Very tough pick for me. I want to see Kevin Burns win this, but I'm going to go with my boy Chris Lytle, and I'm going to go decision. I think it's going to probably be maybe a split decision. I don't see this fight being really exciting, but it's going to be. You're going to see some good shots, and it's going to go. I think it's going to go the full 3.
Again, I'm going to agree with you.
I think it's going to be Chris Lytle. I think he's been there, done that. He's got a big record. He's got a lot of experience. Kevin Burns is pretty new to this. I think experience alone should take him to win.
Next match.
You got Ross Pearson versus Andre Winner, which is, I believe, I don't know if this is part of the Ultimate Fighter, right? The finale guys right here?
Is it? Which one? Yeah, yeah.
This is the finale guys.
Yeah. Those are the finale guys. Those are it.
I kind of do remember Ross Pearson from the first episode, the first 5 minutes I seen. I think I'll go with Ross Pearson. He looks strong, impressive. Andre Winner. Andre Winner is very athletic. I mean, he's very athletic, but I'm going to go with the Ross Pearson. I liked his strength. I mean, I wouldn't put any money on this one. I don't know anything about these guys. I didn't watch the season, but just from what I saw for 5 minutes, I'm going to go with Ross Pearson. Next match.
Well, Pearson, hold on. Pearson took a beating last time, in which I felt he polished.
I know he's kind of slow.
Yeah.
I remember that he looked kind of slow, but I remember he had a lot of power.
You know what?
He looked pretty powerful. I know this Andre Winner. I know he's athletic. I can look at this guy. I've seen this guy walk around. You could tell he's athletic and fast.
Right.
But I got a gut feeling I'm going to go Ross Pearson.
I like his tats, but I don't like his chances against Andre. What is it, Andre?
Andre Winner.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with the Brit.
Okay, I'm just going to go Pearson. I just got a gut feeling. I like the power. I think he's just going to maybe step it up, and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Now you got Joe Daddy Stevenson versus Nate Diaz. This one's very exciting here.
Which one?
This one is very tough to pick. You got Nate Diaz, who is very impressive. Somebody who I thought wasn't going to do very well in the UFC and has been holding his ground, and he's been putting a beating on some people. Very slow, but great boxer, great on the ground, and he's very impressive. But you got Joe Daddy Stevenson. You got the master of the ground game right here, and very strong. And he's been picking up his boxing skills every fight. So, very tough. Very tough. I'm gonna go with Joe Daddy Stevenson. I'm gonna go decision on this. I'm gonna go unanimous decision.
Wow. So far, no KOs and no knockouts.
This
is going to be a very long show.
This match can easily go to submission. This match can easily go to submission, but from what I've seen from Joe Daddy Stevenson, he's been pretty slow. He hasn't been very aggressive. Nate Diaz is not the kind of guy who presses. The only time he presses is when he gets a couple clean jabs on you. Then he's going to start pressing you against the cage like his brother does. But I think this might go decision just because I don't see anybody really getting in anybody's face in this match. They're just going to kind of counterpunch until someone gets an advantage and they're going to attack.
Let me ask you this. The coaches for the Ultimate Fighter.
Yes, sir.
Aren't they fighting on this card, or are they
they're going to be in the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they're going to wait for the 100,
They're going to go to the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's why I was wondering what the
hell? Too big for that show.
Yeah, okay.
Then you got Melvin Gillard versus, what's his name? Gleason Tiabo, whatever. Both are very exciting. I mean, everyone knows about Melvin. He's just a gun. He just wants to get out there and bang on people. But I don't know, man. You got the other guy here who's very well experienced. He's had some pretty good fights in the UFC. I'm not too excited about this fight.